Okay, and I'm back, and I was just talking about the Brian Wilson Productions record that came with the Capitol Years box set back from the early 80s. And I was just trying to do a little review over how I feel about the album. I've just been trying to kind of say a few more words than just technical jargon and all that. Um, I was just saying about how side one is a lot of the honeys, and there's a little bit of Sharon Marie, Summertime, and Run Around Lover. Run Around Lover is a fantastic song. That, yeah. Oh, it is Brian and Mike who wrote that. That is a great song. It would be a female type lead, so I do understand that because sometimes it's like, oh man, I wish the guys would have done that. And her cover of Summertime's pretty legit. Shoot the Curls, Surfing Down the Swanee River, Hide Go Seek, they're all right. Pretty poppy tunes. I do really enjoy the one You Can't Have. Um, that was written by Brian. And I do like the name checks in it. I believe they refer to Gary, as in Gary Usher. I want to say they refer to Brian, and I can't think of if they say Larry. I think that's one of the guys from the studio. Someone can correct me on that. The last song on side one is from Jimmy with Tears. That is a cover, I believe, or at least I know Brian didn't write that. Um, I've always liked that. It's just kind of a sentimental, slow song. Side two is where the productions really shine, and I will try to do the Pet Project CD sometime. That's a little more in depth. Thought I'd do this, just some early, fewer tracks that they have on here. Um, And as I was saying, for the time this came out, it was a lot, because you didn't have the side production singles just going here and there. So there is a couple of productions that I still have not heard to this day. I believe there's Ron Wilson, maybe. Um, I want to say they're both covers. I can't remember what the titles are. There's that, and then, I can't. I want to say there's one by Bobby and Sherry. I could be wrong on that one. I can't remember what they are. I'll type it up on comment or something when I think of what it is or go research. But those are a few that I haven't heard. Anyway, side two starts with Pamela Jean and After the Game, which is a fantastic 45. I wish I had it. That single would just be amazing. I know it didn't do that great. It's the Survivors. Pamela Jean being morphed into Car Crazy Cutie, which was fantastic. And then After the Game is a great uh, uh, instrumental that's kind of like Summer Means New Love from the Summer Days and Summer Nights album. It's just a really good guitar, like sound, and it's always good to have another one of those on there because they're not told Beach Boys aren't totally a guitar band, and Brian wasn't known as a guitar guy, but I wouldn't think because he played bass and I mean I know Carl and Al's really good, but they're still I know not considered a guitar band, quote unquote. Maybe I could be wrong. That's just my opinion. Next to is Gary Usher's "That's Just the Way I Feel" in Sacramento. I always felt those songs kind of sounded like each other, um, and I think um, I want to say, yeah, Sacramento was written by Brian and Usher, and then That's Just the Way I Feel was written by Usher. So I don't really know where they were going with that. Um, then Think About You Baby and Story of My Life by Sharon Marie. Think About You Baby would be the precursor to Darlin'. I love that tune. And actually, I really like Thinking About You Baby. I really like the American Spring version of Thinking About You Baby as well. My girlfriend really loves the song Darlin', and I played this tune for her. I think it was the American Spring version, and she heard the tune of Darlin', and it was like, she kind of thought, wow, this is kind of weird, slowed down. I don't really enjoy this as much. Which is kind of different, but being, you know, someone who enjoys the whole catalog, I enjoy every version of it. Story of My Life, another Wilson Love song. for Sharon Marie. And then Guess I'm Dumb by Glenn Campbell. Probably the highlight of this record is Guess I'm Dumb. It's like a Beach Boys Today outtake, and the production is very Burt Bacharach-esque. That was the first thing I ever heard before I heard Guess I'm Dumb, I had heard they were like, oh man, this is like Burt Bacharach meets Brian Wilson, and it's awesome. And it really is. The guys do the backing vocals. I think maybe the Honeys do too. I could be wrong. And I did hear this before the Brian, Al, and Dave concert. I heard it over the loudspeakers at the show in Kettering. That was pretty cool. Hear that in public is just random. And then Tonight You Belong to Me and Good Night My Love by the Honeys. That'd be the last 45 they did for Capitol and the last Honeys Capitol stuff from 1969, which are pretty. I always enjoyed those tunes. Very horn savvy. Very different for Brian at that time in the late 60s whenever he produced that. So anyway, I just wanted to express how I feel about this album one by one. I'll obviously highly recommend it for any Brian Wilson fan. It's just great to hear productions outside of the Beach Boys. So anyway, I don't know what I'm going to be doing next, but I'll probably be within the next week or two. So I hope you enjoy this. Go and watch that 4-parter I did yesterday. It was, yeah, hopefully this second part is good enough and doesn't cut me off, but whatever. Have a good one. Get that Made in California box set coming out soon. I really wish I could get it, but my financial situation, I doubt I get it. Probably maybe in October or for Christmas. I don't know. Also, there's a Harry Nilsson box set. If you're a Harry Nilsson fan, go get that. Harry Nilsson is very underrated. Go get that box set as well. So, anyway, have a good one, and hope you enjoy the show. And I'd love to hear some feedback. So, thank you.